Hello, zombie enthusiasts. My name is So Mungry, and today I'm going to be bringing you some Call of the Dead, the new zombie map. And I have 4 players with me this time. I'm playing with Zito, I believe Slewegg Killa, also known as Todd, and we got Tanner in here as well. I'm going to be starting this game up a little later here. I'm at round 11, and I have an upgraded gun right here, the one that turns the zombies into humans. I can't think of the acronym that it uses right now, or the abbreviation. I'm just pretty tired here, but I wanted to show you guys that you can make George go away with this gun. I have it upgraded, and I know I can shoot him in the water and he'll just disappear for a couple of rounds. Now, you do not get the achievement for doing that. You actually have to kill him for doing that. So that's one thing to look at, but by eliminating him from walking around, you can really kind of finally implement a strategy with 4 players, or you can at least attempt to. I have this gun upgraded. I don't know why I actually upgraded this gun. I don't think it has to be upgraded to send George away, but maybe it does. I don't really know for sure, so if someone can answer that, that'd be cool. But he'll just, you shoot him with that, and he'll just walk away from the water. Or walk into the water and do, like, Oblivion, and he'll be back in a couple rounds. So, this map, I'm not gonna lie, is by far our toughest one, and we would play the other ones all together and stuff, and we would eventually just find a couple spots to hold down, but it's very hard to hold down a couple spots with 4 players, especially with George walking around. You almost need one of those special weapons to get rid of him. The few spots that we found that are possible strategies to actually like hold down a spot are by the Juggernaut machine. This is only useful if you go in through the kind of underneath by the water and walk through and leave that door locked on the opposite side of it, because you can shoot out and they'll all be slow in the water. You can look out the windows and fight that way. The downfall with that is you could get trapped in there trying to get out the front door, so you would have to use the back, and it's kind of far away from the MP40, but it's not that much of a stretch if you don't have George with you. You can almost make it out to the MP40 ammo every time. The next spot that we found that you can kind of hold down with 4 is by the speed machine, the one that makes you run really fast. The only thing that, if you don't know where that is, that's over by where that slide goes down for speed cola as well for sleight of hand. So if you don't know where that is, you can just kind of venture over there and then just don't go down the slide. It's through the doorway, and then there's speed cola. The only thing about that spot is there is no gun around there to buy off the wall or anything like that, so you kind of get hosed on ammo and stuff like that. The reason this game, I think, is very hard is because everything is just spread out so much that you have to buy all these doors and you lose all your money to go buy those doors, and then for some reason I feel like they hose you more on the box in this game, or because I've played this zombie map probably like, I don't know, 20 times maybe now, and I've gotten a ray gun twice so far. And once I got a ray gun when I was getting hit in the back, so I instantly died with that. Another good spot, this spot that I'm at right now on the map is okay for holding down with 4. You can kind of look down that way, the other person can look down that way. But if a lighthouse door is open, then they can come out that way, and you're probably going to get overwhelmed. The other spot that I recommend with 4 that isn't too bad is up by the zip line by the power, because you can kind of look, one person can look down the stairs, the other person can look into that window, and then the other person can be more or less right next to the zip line looking out that way for when they come out of where the power is from that window in there. So I don't think that's a bad option, because you can just zip line the heck out of there if you want to. They will follow you on the zip line, so that's a downfall. But once you get down to anywhere that there's water, I feel like you can kind of, if you can, like the starting point in the game where you actually spawn in and start, I don't mind that spot too much, because you can kind of kite them around the water with you a little bit, and it's not bad if you have George with you. So I mean, those are our options. I'm just wondering if you guys have any other better options for 4-player, or what you have been doing for strategies, because I think the farthest we made it was to like 16 or 17 rounds here so far. This map is pretty hard when George comes back. Half the time we've been getting kind of hosed on weapons. I would say the random box doesn't always pay off, and we've been getting caught in narrow areas. Like we, for some reason, we'll just stay next to the box. I don't know why we're doing it. Probably to get we're doing it to get the wonder weapons and kind of to do the Easter eggs and stuff like that right now. But if you stay like on the ship and in those other narrow hallways and these like rooms and stuff, they're pretty much a death trap because it's so narrow that all of a sudden George comes and you're like, oh my gosh, George is here, and so everybody's in a frenzy, like with their head cut off, and when in reality we should just probably just chill and be like, okay, get rid of George and everybody else should try to kill these zombies, but it's just not that simple when that happens because it's such a narrow area that when you try to get by those zombies in certain hallways, especially the top of the ship, that you just can't get by them and they'll catch you and really they'll kill you pretty quick. Especially there's some zombies in this new map that just dead sprint at you, and I'm like, what is this guy, Olympic athlete from wherever, Russia, wherever this place is that we are frozen in, Antarctica? I mean, come on. So here me and Tanner are having some fun with this gun. I'm trapping this guy back here, and we notice he can actually hurt you. So I recommend trying this gun. It's a amusing gun. I upgraded it. I'm not really too sure what the upgrade difference does because I know it makes the other guy human too on the regular one. With this gun, you can use for maybe a possible Easter egg thing at the end where there's a green light in the lighthouse and you turn a guy, or excuse me, you turn a zombie into a human and he will beam up that light. I saw a video on that earlier, so it was actually pretty crazy. I didn't expect him to have anything like that. It was pretty intense. And here, Tanner is a murderer because he's going to kill this human, poor human. And he could have just let him out. But everybody knows Tanner, and everyone knows Tanner can't resist blood. So this is one of the spots I recommend holding down with 4 players. Notice how George is not here anymore, so it's a good spot. And Tanner's got ballistic knife. Me and Zito are looking out the windows, and Todd is in the front there. I recommend having that front guy occasionally run down and repair that window down there. Not that bad of a spot. So, and there you saw me show the scoreboard up. You didn't see before this, but I was running around with my head cut off with that gun and changing all these zombies to humans. I think it's a humorous gun, but it's not as strong as the gun as one that the sniper that blows it up. I'm sorry, I can't recall the names right now. I'm just really tired. I think it's a scavenger. When the zombies are in the water, it's a good thing to shoot the guys that are icicles. It will freeze the ones around them. I think somebody maybe goes down here. We go for that pack-a-punch, and we are just getting overwhelmed here. So we're in a panic. This seems to happen quite a bit around this level. I don't know if having everybody in this room is a great idea, but I think we had to because some people are limited on weapons and stuff like that. Another good strategy to do is split up into pairs, just as long as you have one guy with a power weapon, or at least a weapon like an RPK or an HK, with something with a lot of ammo that they can kind of hold the just trigger down and spray if need be. So it's good to, I would say, split into pairs if you can pull that off. But see, you run out of ammo in this game, and then you're pretty much scrambling because you gotta go usually a far way to either buy ammo or hit the box. Because everything is so spread out, it makes it just ridiculously difficult. And here, I think I tried shooting Todd with the this gun to bring him back. I'm trying to hit him with it, but because I just wanted to test it out. No, I'm not. I think I tested it out earlier when somebody went down to see if it revived you or anything, but so far I don't know what it does. When it's upgraded, I don't see any difference unless it's just the human lasts longer. So if anyone knows what this does when it's upgraded, because I couldn't figure it out. Unless it maybe just sends George to his watery getaway retreat or wherever he goes. Maybe that's what it does. But let me know. Somebody leave a comment. Let me know if I need to upgrade that to send George away or why I should even bother upgrading that weapon. And it's the VR11 that I'm talking about. I'm not really too sure on what level we made it to here, so this is kind of exciting. If you hop through the water, you get less frostbite around your screen, so less chance of you turning into a popsicle. And here, I'm not sure, we might be splitting up into 2 parties, or I'm just wandering on my own. Oh. See, I don't recommend this spot. It seems like it's open enough, but I don't really recommend it. You can jump off 2 ways, which is nice. But once again, I don't really recommend being anywhere on this ship. That's just my preference. I hate these, like this tunnel is ridiculously narrow. This you get stuck in back here. I think we almost die back here. We just get stuck here for a while. So, the one thing I wish that one gun does, the VR11 here, this one that I'm using, I wish that that human would be more of a, like, they would treat him more like a monkey. Like, they would definitely run after him instead of you for sure, just to buy you just a little bit of time. But it seems like they upped the difficulty to God mode on this map, so at least it's not the easiest thing in the world and you just run around for 100 and whatever rounds you want to run to if you pause the game, because you're kiting zombies around in a circle. So I mean, that's cool that they made it more that you had to kind of roll together, work together, and couldn't really kite them as much. The only problem with that is I don't see any traps on the map at all, so I don't know, like, once you see, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm going down. George is kicking my ass. George seems to always get to me after a while. Also, with that gun I had, I made a mistake there, because once I piss off George with that gun, I can shoot him with that, and it will calm him down. Like, he won't be running after me anymore. It'll just be like he went into the water. So what was I talking about before now? Oh yeah, there's no, like, traps on this game. The only way, like, I can see being efficient at the end is by killing all these zombies is those China dolls you can use. You can, if you can kite them up, you can use those China dolls and kill a lot of them. And here Tanner comes for the win and doesn't get me, and here I'm crawling over to him to maybe do some scissoring, I don't know. Well, then I'm dead. I lost my train of thought again. I'm just tired. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the traps and stuff. Oh yeah, I think another maybe good way would be if you can kind of ring them around the watery parts and freeze them in there, and then if you have an explosive weapon, so like Mustang and Sally, or the new gun they added in, or even a ray gun, that might be helpful. But without max ammo drops from monkeys coming, or dogs, or the mad scientist, it makes it difficult, because you definitely need to be able to kill George at times in this game to get either a perk or just get him out of there and save. I don't know. It's very tough. This is the toughest by far zombies that I've ever played, but it's also very cool at the same time because it's huge and I could see it being a challenge for a while, and there's a lot of cool secrets in it that are yet to be found. I hope to bring you guys the achievement on killing George. Once I don't think I've even got that weapon that I wanted to kill him with before, that I've seen him killed with, and I want to hopefully send the crew to paradise. So remember to sub to me if you have not, for some more zombie videos coming up, and like the video if you like it, or give it a thumbs down if you didn't. Just give me a rating on it. Leave a comment. I asked you guys a few questions, and that'd be cool if you guys left your input on it.